The event started at like 8 a.m. So we didn't get out there till like 11 or 12. You know, it had to be done by like 2 or 3. I forget the timing on all of it specifically. But we rushed out there, we tented on down, and it was a subtractive kind of sandcastle thing. We carved this like Norwegian cathedral out of it, and it looked really cool. We had people coming by, photographers came by, they took pictures. We were actually on the cover of some magazine from Savannah with this like sandcastle that we built, and I was out of my mind because I had been, for one thing, it had been 2 or 3 months since I'd had any caffeine, and that night I had probably 2 liters of Dr. Pepper. Some people came by from Red Bull.
Plus all that meth.
They gave me all the methamphetamine. You know how it goes. So it was mostly caffeine, and I was just going crazy. Hadn't slept but for an hour that whole night, and we finished it. We got an A on the project. We didn't place in the contest. We were on the cover of like a Savannah magazine, and it was like, hey, we made it. We got a 95 on our grades for that sandcastle, and I was like, all right, we made it. This is pretty cool. All right, okay. And so we finished the day, sunburned, exhausted, hadn't sleep. We make it back to our dorm, and we're like, the day is over. And at that time, my friends Lauren Stewart and Heather Thomas come by. We're just settling down. We've been there for maybe 20 minutes, and it's, hello? And she's like, you guys ready to go? Ready to go for what? The Renaissance Festival that we've been planning for the last month. It's tomorrow. We're driving there tonight. I've already got the hotel reservation. Remember? And we were just like, and she's like, yeah, we're taking your car. Remember, you're supposed to drive it. I haven't slept in like 48 hours. I'm out of my mind.
Oh, you're running
and
Dr.
so
Pepper.
it's like, we know that I'm not driving. I'm not driving. And she's like, okay, I'll drive. I sit in the back of my car and just immediately just conked out. Don't even wake up until we arrive in Atlanta, Georgia, which is like a 4-hour drive from Savannah. We get there, and it's like I wake up to Randy and Lauren like arguing over because they're lost. And it's just kind of like, whatever, follow them up. We get there, we find our hotel, we park next to a van and see like 2 cops on the inside. It was like headphone equipment staking out the hotel. Not even lying. They're like people in an unmarked van, like scoping at the hotel as we pull up, and I'm just like, whatever, let's get some sleep. We get out, Lauren, who was driving, pulls out, locks the door, checks the handle to make sure it's locked, and the handle of my door pops off. Breaks, like rips out of the door. And it's like, and I'm too tired to even be angry. I'm just like, whatever, we're going to sleep. I'm sleeping now. Woke up, the next day was a Renaissance Festival, which is very fun. We wander around. I borrowed a cape from somebody, because people were like, we should go in costume, but we didn't. And there's this store there that's selling all these like Renaissance hats, and they have like musketeer hats, and they have helmets and that kind of stuff. And sitting right there was this top hat for like $60. And I just saw it, and it was like, that is expensive. It's a nice hat.
It's really gone.
Yeah. But I was like, screw it. I want this hat. Bought it, wore it the rest of the festival, and that was the conclusion of the whole thing. Was just this whole, the end of the quest, there it was. Didn't even know what I'd been looking for, have had that top hat ever since. And I wore it around the rest of the Renaissance Festival, even though it had nothing to do with the Middle Ages and nothing else. And I just kind of wore it around, and I was just like, I had a cape that I borrowed from my ex who I was dating at the time. I had a cape, I had the top hat, and I was just like, yes. Top hat and cape, go on. Some other guy came up to me and he was like, hello, I'm Sir Roosevelt von Blibbedow, and who are you? Like playing the role play, and I'm like, hi, I'm William, the White. And he's just like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, I don't have a backstory. And he's just like, oh.